Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for the World Tree spread. So how many of you guys clicked on this having no idea what that means, but thinking, ooh, cool, tree, world tree, that sounds awesome, let's do this. So actually this spread is pretty awesome. It is from my Wildwood Tarot, and we're doing this with my Wildwood cards and a couple extra cards as well. And I'll show you guys here in the book what this is. It's a really awesome spread that basically helps you find your way through whatever predicament or situation you're going through in life right now, and helps you find some clarity. And so what this is going to uncover is basically what the root of the issue is in your life right now. What are the possibilities of the issue? What do you take with you? What do you leave behind you? What do you hope for? What do you fear? The way through the woods and the wisdom of the world tree. So it's pretty cool. It's going to help you find the hidden wisdom in whatever issue you're going through. So I want you to hold in mind like an issue or a situation, and go ahead and choose a card. And that's going to help you find your spread. I have cards everywhere right now. It's a pretty big spread. I do have the cards laid out just like this. And I have 3 groups. So you're going to choose number 1, the Angel card, number 2, the Romance card, number 3, the Enchanted Tarot card to get your spread. All right? So number 1, number 2, or number 3. So if you choose number 1, we're going to get started right away, and I'm going to start by flipping all your cards over. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to get. So first of all, the root of the issue that's going on in your life right now, right here at the bottom, the root, and it's reversed. This is talking about some kind of delay when it comes to connection and love. Upright, this card is talking about the coming together of 2 polar opposites, passion and nurturing. I pull this card a lot for people who are just about to meet someone romantically, or who are about to connect in love, or people who are dating, or usually is like a yes card if you're wondering if someone has feelings for you or something like that. It's a very positive love card. Reversed, it's talking about delays. So it could be that you're single and you're looking to connect in love, you're trying to manifest a love connection. It could be that there's been a breakup, or perhaps there's like a rift between you and your partner, and so this is the root of the issue. Next, let's go ahead and see what the possibilities of the issue are. This is the branches of the tree. So we go all the way up to the top. It's this card. What are the possibilities of the issue? This is saying that the possibilities have to do with facing your fears. There's also some abundance that can come through. So we're going to look to the other cards and the surrounding cards to be able to decipher this message a little bit more. But it seems like there's a possibility of you being able to step forward, face your fears, be vulnerable. You definitely have the ability to manifest a loving connection in your life. You have the ability to be able to stand up for yourself and to be triumphant in this situation. So really awesome possibilities here. So, and I think this came out reversed to remind you of the possibilities, that even if it seems like your situation is impossible in love, or you're feeling some big blockages between trying to connect with someone romantically, or there's a rift in your relationship or something, this is saying not to give up, because there are some possibilities here for you. So next is what's on the east, and this question is, what are the possibilities of the issue? And so part of you is worried about feeling desperate, feeling like you don't have anything to offer. This could be a feeling of unworthiness, or perhaps your current situation makes you feel like you're unable to connect in love. Maybe it's because you're broke or something, because this does have to do with losing everything, losing something materially. It could be your living situation. Maybe you don't feel confident, dating or something because you're still living with your parents, or because of your work situation. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough time. This has to do with feeling like you don't have enough. And so definitely affirmations to remind yourself that you're always given enough, and if you want more, you can go out there and you can make that happen little by little, step by step. Rome wasn't built in a day, but reminding yourself that you're not trapped. And sometimes you might have to ask for help, but your situation is never going to be more than what you can handle. And so this is reminding you that this is something that you can take with you, is that you're learning how to be an alchemist and how to make the most out of the situations around you. So wonderful. Next, we're going to see what's on the west. And this is, what do you leave behind you? So as you're moving forward, what are you leaving behind you? Well, I do see there was an emotional season here, but here you are a lot more grounded, allowing yourself to enjoy your life, not being so hard on yourself. This is saying like you were very critical of yourself, very judgmental, but you're leaving this behind and you're adopting more of a playful perspective and mindset. So your energy is definitely rising to a higher frequency. So the next one is 5, what's on the south, and this is, what do you hope for? And look, right here, balance and freedom. So what do you hope for? Balance and freedom. This is also the Kundalini snakes, and it can be talking about like a twin flame relationship, a soulmate relationship, like a connection as well, because we did see that here. The root of the issue, once again, was this issues with the connection, a love connection. So you're really longing for the balance and the freedom and harmony with the connection. And so next we're going to see, what do you fear? Okay, so what do you fear? And this is saying that you fear being overwhelmed by having to make decisions and making choices. So it's easy for you to make ideas and to come up with things and to kind of put them in the pot and stir them. But when it comes to actually making a choice, this is really difficult for you. So this is the fear of making commitments. And that could also be keeping you, disconnected in love. But overall, the way through the situation, the way through the woods, they're saying that you've planted a seed. You've put some energy out that you do want to make a connection in love. And they're telling you not to block yourself by continuing to enforce the message that you're unlucky in love, or that you're not going to be satisfied, or that it's just too impossible, or it's not going to happen. It's about reminding yourself that anything is possible. You deserve to be fulfilled in this area of your life. And anything that you put out does come back to you. So it's about putting out this openness to receive, putting out love for yourself and love for your path, and remembering that you don't have to choose this. You don't have to choose to focus on, I don't have enough, or it's not going to happen. This is about really having faith and projecting positivity into your future. Being realistic, because nobody likes someone who's like the fake positive person. It's okay to feel your emotions and feel down, and but this is about, are you complaining all the time about this area and continuing to enforce the message that I am not happy, this isn't happening, they're not there, I don't want to be in this relationship, or why don't they ever do this, or stuff like that. It could be messages about like some unhappiness in your relationship or unhappiness with being single. It's something about like your current state, and they're saying to remember that everything's always changing. So you don't have to accept the current state. You can continue to focus on the freedom that you're pursuing and continue to find your balance in every moment, and continue to plant seeds of what you do want, and to face your fears, you know, to be vulnerable, maybe putting yourself out there a little bit more, to connect with others, network, to broaden your social circle. Maybe, you know, if you're trying to manifest love, this is about taking that first step. And so, and becoming more playful and allowing of this energy, knowing it's more about allowing than it is about having to go out there and chase and pursue. And so I do see that as a message for you. And the last card is the Wisdom of the World Tree. And we see this Injustice card. And so I do want to read this to you, Two of Arrows, because I feel like this is such a distinct message. It says, well, I'm going to just kind of bullet point it because it's a pretty long passage. I don't want to bore you, but they're saying that in the end, the truth is always going to prevail. And I feel like for some reason, that's a message you really needed to hear out of all of this, is to remember that if there's anybody around you who's perpetrating lies, they're going to be seen eventually as an unreliable source. To remember that if you're a victim of injustice in any way, the best defense of the truth is always more truth. So when it comes to the matters of the heart, speaking your truth, always just making that your thing that you do, you know, that commitment you make to yourself to speak your truth, and to continue to hold on to that, and to know that good vibes flow that way. And this is also a message about money, because remember we did see a little bit of worry about this stability, saying this is going to be growing. Despite all appearances right now, that area of your life will be growing. So I hope that this resonates with you. Definitely let me know what you think about the spread, and if you want to see it again sometime on the channel. And if you would like your own personal reading, head over to promiseharmony.com/services. Peace out. All right, so if you choose number 2, the romance deck, this may or may not be a romance reading. Obviously, you were attracted to the romance deck for a reason, so it may or may not be romance-based, but you were definitely drawn to that card for a reason, so there might be some messages coming out about that. There definitely was in the last message as well. So we're going to go ahead and look at this spread for you. So what we're looking at first is number 1, what is the root of the issue? So whatever this issue or situation is in your mind, what is the root of the issue? So this is talking about connection. Connection with a group of people. It might even be like-minded people, people that are like you. Maybe you're really wanting to connect with more people who are artists, or more people who are into music. Maybe you're a woman and you really want to connect with more women, you know, and have a group of girls you can go out with and celebrate with. Maybe, men, maybe that's for you. If you're non-binary, maybe the same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a gender thing, but maybe it is about being around more energy that you want to express. Maybe you want to be around more masculine energy, more feminine energy, or maybe you want to be in a diverse group. This is about seeking out a type of group, making sure that the people who are in it have, you know, everyone's unique, but people who share similar, perhaps viewpoints as you, people who share similar skills as you, people who want to try the same hobbies and activities as you, so you can really hang out, party, celebrate, and have this wonderful connection. And so this is about drawing more people into your life. And this could be something that's literally happening right now. You could be entering a phase where you're just starting to attract new people, or you're just reconnecting with friends and drawing people together. And so this is what is at the root of the issue here. And so next is the branches. And so we're coming to look at what is the possibility of the issue. What are the possibilities of the issue? Well, There is a message saying that ultimately not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. As you're acquiring new friends, maybe you already have, or you're going to be guided to let go of some people. Some people you're going to have to cut cords with. There might be some people you're going to have to let go of. Maybe there was a breakup that led you to this cycle where you're like, I'm just going to focus on me and make more friends and just have fun. Maybe that's kind of where you're at right now. Many messages coming out for this card. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Take whatever resonates with you. But I do see that the possibilities have to do with some people might end up not being for you. So they're saying pay attention. Not everyone's meant for you. But also another possibility is an ability to manifest, because a group of people is very powerful. When you all put your minds together, you can manifest anything. Maybe it's like a really fun trip somewhere. Maybe it's some kind of artistic activity. Maybe it's a business. Who knows? So there's a message about there are some possibilities that come when people gather together and share energy and become friends. So next we're looking at, in this situation, what do you take with you? So this is the energy that is on your east. So what do you take with you? And this is beautiful. It's talking about generosity, like people are gifting you energy. You're connecting with a new group of people, some new friends, new opportunities, and so you're receiving a lot of energy, and in turn you're also giving. So this is just harmony. You're taking a lot of gifts with you, a lot of generosity with you, a lot of abundance with you because of these connections. And now we're going to see the energy that's on the west, and this is, what do you leave behind you? So it does seem like as you move through this energy, there is some type of project or some type of business, something that is created through these interactions. It could be just like a new internal state or a new way of being. It's like you're just being really touched by the energy of some of these people. Has it ever happened to you where someone comes in your life and they just really touch your life, and like there's always a part of them with you, and like you remember like their energy and like the things they taught you, like the lessons, the blessings you learned just like being around them. It's kind of like that. So very harmonious, like friendship, kindred spirit energy. And it could even perhaps be something that you all make together. Maybe it's even a product or something. Or it could just be, once again, something more internal. But they're saying this is going to be a long phase in your life with these people. There's going to be many rewards that you're going to reap of this energy. And so next we're looking into the energy that's on your south. So this is, what do you hope for? This is healing. So you're hoping for healing, to get strength and energy to be able to make it through the next part of your journey. It is very healing to be around so many people. It's also healing to be alone. So maybe this is talking about a balance. You're just hoping to have a balance to make sure you get time on your own to recharge, and also just balancing this next energetic period of your life with all these different people. And it could also be just the healing of the connection, or even offering healing and support to other people. So beautiful. Now we're going to look into what is on your north, and this is, what do you fear? So what do you fear? Ooh, this is saying that you fear change and you fear taking a new beginning. So at some point on this path, there is going to be a new beginning that's offered to you, or perhaps a new beginning has already been offered to you. And this is saying that you have a fear of that new beginning, of taking a risk, you know. A tendency to kind of overanalyze things instead of just taking the risk. Sometimes looking back or second guessing. So this is saying the fear here is really about letting go of the past and trying something new, and you know, really going on a new adventure in your life that you're being called forward to. So this is going to help us with the fears. The next question is, what is the way through the woods? How do you engage with this issue and face your fears? So, this one. Well, it does look like it might have to do with love. It says, of course, we pulled the forgiving and learning card. This is the one you chose at the beginning. It's talking about releasing and healing the past so that you can experience more love in your present moment. This might have to deal with like releasing memories or releasing a specific person or even people. Once again, we were talking about some cords you needed to cut. This has a lot to do with the relationships in your life. It could be through these new connections, you're getting the strength to be able to feel like you can pursue somebody in love or feel open to being pursued. And so I dropped my book. There's something definitely that's revolving around your love situation. This is definitely a message about that. And what I see here is that there is this out with the old and with the new energy, because this is the funeral flower, the lily. And it's talking about releasing something so that you can make a new commitment. And so it is a beautiful energy of harmony, like the lovers, forgiving and learning, starting off on a new page. And so that is definitely what is going to help you engage with this issue, to be open to that. And the final message is the hidden wisdom of the issue, the wisdom of the world tree. Rebirth. And I'm actually going to read this rebirth card to you, the Eight of Vessels. So this is exactly what this card means, is there's been a rebirth in your life. It's a time to start over. Out with the old and with the new, endings and beginnings. This card reads, rejoice, a time of renewal and potential is here. The cycle of rebirth and healing brings inner peace and confidence. Once you accept that all the blessings and gifts of life can be yours or already belong to you, the fear of asking is gone. It's time to shed the skin of the past and accept and utilize the overflowing potential of the present that is freely available to you. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Do not be afraid to ask, why not me? See potential where others only see barriers. See challenge as others see impossible odds. Apply all that you've learned through experience and toil to any problem and you will not fail. You have striven to survive and absorb insight. You've endured loss to retain your integrity. All of these trials in your life have made you stronger, wiser, and more effective. Drink of the new fountain of opportunity and renew your life objectives. You have endured the past, now the challenge of the future unfolds. Grasp it and shape it in your hands as you would have it manifest in your life. So this is reminding yourself that if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Move towards your desires, your goals, your visions. Get connected with these new people. Some of them are there to help. Cut cords with people you know aren't supposed to be in your life anymore, and be open for just a new season of growth and opportunity. So I hope that this message resonated with you. If you're interested, you can always head over to my website, promiseharmony.com/services, to receive your own personal reading. Peace out. So for those of you guys who chose the Enchanted Tarot card, we're going to do your spread. So this is a spread that comes with the Wildwood book. I absolutely love it. You're holding in mind whatever your situation is, whatever your issue is, and we're gonna go through this world tree spread. The first card is the roots of the tree, right here. What is the root of the issue? So your first card, what is the root of the issue? And we're seeing the King of Arrows, the Kingfisher. So this is talking about balancing your emotions. So this is the root of the issue. That's the root of my issue. Just kidding. Is anybody else out there not surprised that they got this one? So this is about balancing your emotions, okay? If this has been hard for you lately, don't worry. I mean, there's been a lot going on. We've had 3 eclipses. We've had all these planets in retrograde. Things have been up and down. And so there's been a lot of energy going on. And we also are heading into a new season. So this is about letting your emotions flow authentically, but also making sure that you're not ruminating to the extent to where you're getting distracted from what you need to be doing right now. So that you're not getting distracted from meeting your needs and from your self-care and from continuing to move towards your desires. And so this is saying, this is the root of the issue, is to not get so sidetracked with negativity and worry and fear and frustration and doubt that it starts to become detrimental to you. There is some beautiful energy coming through right now for you to kind of boost you up and to keep you going forward. And so this is about the balance, especially the emotional balance. So next is the branches. What are the possibilities of this issue? So they're saying there's a possibility for you to clear this cloud of depression or anxiety and to be able to ground yourself with strength. The hawk is definitely a sign of somebody who is balanced and is using their logic. I feel like you're very emotional, you're very intuitive, but this is about finding the logic. And so remember that it's your intuition and your heart and your desires and your emotions that really help you to tap into your desires and what you want, but it's your logic that helps you take the action and move forward. And so maybe they're saying there's a possibility here for you to take action so that you can start feeling like and seeing the effects of your energy more in your life and start seeing more of your desires manifest. And also just finding peace in the moment, knowing that it doesn't have to be through something external that you're trying to manifest or something that you're doing that's going to make you worthy. Knowing that you're worthy and valuable just for being here, just for being who you are already, getting in touch with that. Affirmations help too. So next we're looking into what's on the east. So what do you take with you? When it comes to this issue, what do you take with you? And we're seeing frustration because it's back and forth, you know. I feel like you really, for you, being happy means not feeling sad or anxious or frustrated. But I feel like happiness is more just being at peace with whatever state you're in. It's normal and it's natural to have these strong emotions of the depression sometimes and frustration, anxiety, doubt, fear. It's about allowing a space for that, but also not giving it too much attention. And so something I actually talk a lot about with my clients and my coaching clients is writing down in a journal your feelings every day. Even if all you ever write down is like really depressing, negative stuff, this is actually about just giving yourself an outlet to just be honest and to be real and to free flow. So anything or a situation or person or whatever that's frustrated you, anything you feel insecure about or whatever, just writing it down and just giving yourself a moment to process that. And then usually afterwards, to bring myself out of that, I will draw a line or something and then I'll start writing down things I'm thankful for, or I'll write down like something positive or kind of focus on something else to bring me out of that energy and back to my inner state of peace. But this is so you start training your brain and your mind. You know, this is really about mind mastery, mastering your mind and your vibration. It's about reminding yourself there's a place and there's a time for me to express this and to explore these feelings, but that doesn't have to be all day long every day to the point to where it's bringing me down and keeping me from being able to like just enjoy my life, you know, move forward. And so I think this is really talking about you working on your inner state. And this is what, you know, we're all here on this journey. We're all here, you know, learning how to master ourselves. That's what life is all about. So it's not about perfection. It's just about making an effort to find some more peace in your life. So related to this issue, what do you leave behind you? So this is what's on your west. So you're leaving heartbreak behind you. There was some type of, I feel like maybe you were feeling emotional in the first place because there was some type of betrayal that happened. This is a card I receive for people who've been really backstabbed by a friend, usually by a lover. You know, this could be someone who's cheated on you, or someone who is toxic or abusive or even narcissistic, or maybe somebody who left you hanging, or someone who ghosted you, or someone who took advantage of you or something. And so this is talking about that and saying you're leaving this behind you now. This is something that you really healed from, and as you continue to work on your inner state, you can really kind of polish off your vibration and leave this in the past and not allow yourself to continue to carry this energy around with you anymore. So wonderful. Next, we're going to look into what's on your south, and this is, what do you hope for? So what do you hope for? So this card might look pretty alarming to you. You might be like, whoa, that is definitely not what I hope for. What in the world is that? That is definitely the first thing. I'm laughing so hard because that is the first thing I felt whenever I saw this card. I was just like, what is that? But now, literally, this is like my favorite card in the deck. I've even spent time kind of meditating with this card. And this card is the Guardian. And it's like an archetype that's reminding you that you are safe and you are protected, to learn how to rely on yourself. It's a message that there's a challenge that has arrived in your life. The situation is really complex, but no matter how threatening or difficult the situation is, you can become stronger and more resilient from facing this experience and realizing sometimes obstacles in your path are really just a shortcut to something you're trying to manifest, or it's teaching you something you need later on the path, or it's trying to realign you. And so you're hoping basically that whatever experience comes your way, you can use it as something to grow from and learn from. And so that's beautiful. Next, we're going to go ahead and look into what you fear. So this is on the, on the flip side. This is what's on your north. What do you fear? And this is interesting because one of the groups, I saw that they had a fear of making choices, and this is you have a fear of indecision. You have a fear of not making choices. So this could at times probably almost lead you to be a little impulsive, like always choosing things, always getting things going, but maybe there's not so much action and follow through. And so this is the fear of like committing to something and following through on it, and accepting the abundance, and really trusting that there's going to be enough money, enough resources, enough materials, enough time, enough help, enough support